for counting, that picture was published. But here, I don't believe that that kind of thing happened.
This is actually new footage, Prime Minister Designate, from Chittagong, and it has been actually captured.
Yes,
by
that's
a
true. The
BBC
Chittagong,
reporter.
that one, I'm also. This is on the only one capture, but that is that. It is a fabricated one. It's just, some old picture. They we make it here. And if there is any allegation comes, immediately Election Commission cancel that center. Immediately they cancel that center. The election was postponed. If anything happened, if there is any irregularities found by the election commission or law enforcement agencies, immediately they cancel the election. That election will be held afterwards. So we never encourage that. Sometimes something may happen, but immediately we take action. It is not acceptable. Thank you.
Come this way.
That time it was cancelled.
That time it was cancelled.
It's a mayoral election.
Exactly.
Oh.
Two incidents.
No, she's talking. So. If it's okay.
No, they should produce the evidences. Otherwise, how it is acceptable?
May I, Madam Prime Minister? If you're.
আর কতগুলো আমাদের ভোটিং সেন্টার
17
না না ইন টোটাল ভোটিং সেন্টার মধ্যে 70 and that also cancelled, not even 1%. Yeah. Within 40,000, if one or two incidents take place, how can you say it is?
And that also.
Should I? First of all, thank you very much for inviting us. We really appreciate that. This is Tanvir Chaudhary with Al Jazeera Television. Two brief questions. I know we asked too many questions as a journalist. One of the questions would be, since there are a lot of international observers here, there's been some criticism at the number of observers who were allowed in Bangladesh this time, despite the fact that original numbers were much higher, but many of them were not given entry visa, either due to delay or some were just denied, So I'd like you some input on that. And another second question is more general. There's been, for decades, of political violence because of polarized politics in Bangladesh. Would you consider some sort of reconciliation between the opposition and your party, and to move ahead, maybe offer an olive branch in some sort of way? It's more a symbolic word, but something on that order, if you could say something, I'd appreciate that.
Well, look, how many hours we passed because of the election? Yesterday we had the election. Now it is 5:30. From ruling party, we haven't taken any steps so that our opposition can face any problem. But we had very bad experience in the past. If you go back to 2001, 1st October election, from that very day, the then ruling party, BNP Jamaat, started killing our people, raped girls, even 6 years girls not been spared. They burned down our supporters' houses. They captured their business house and their household. So many incidents happened, and they never stopped. Through Operation Clean Heart, they killed so many people, our party activists. They killed our member of parliaments, two of the member of parliaments, many other leaders. So we had very bad experience, but we don't do that. We don't do that. Now, the opposition position, all of them are free. Now, the opposition, yes, they couldn't win the election. But we did try to, or our party leaders, workers, they didn't try to, harass that or, no, nothing. Rather, you can see the rule as a ruling party, around 20% from my party been killed during this election by this BNP and Jamaat. I know that they are a terrorist group, terrorist organization, that's why. They are very much indulged in terrorist activities. Now you want to see the, show them any olive branch or all this. Already, before election, I invited everybody. I had dialogue with them. And whatever they demanded, I fulfill each and every demand for them, so that they can join election, they can participate in election. I spent lots of time with them, just to make them sure that they should participate. Now, after election, definitely they will enjoy their all right to organize their own political party, or they can do their all political activities. No one is going to prevent them. So that is not our aim. Our aim is to develop the country. But we had very bad experience in the past. When they come to power, they always torture our leaders, workers, file false cases, they arrest them. You cannot imagine how they killed our people, torture our people. So, in this country, it's a multi-party system. A multi-party system, every party, they have the right to organize their political party, and they can go for all political activities. Only thing, yes, they will not be allowed to launch any kind of terrorist activities. Throwing bomb, throwing Molotov cocktail, set fire, killing people, that will not allow. That's true. Perhaps you also don't want it, right?
But nobody wants
yeah. No, observer, perhaps there is some reason why they are not. If anybody, well, some of their representatives, they belongs to some political party, or they are colored political party, or it is about the security and election commission.
Sorry.
It is up to election commission. If they feel that yes, they can allow them, they allowed. Hmm? Yes, please.
On the international observer, that's what I was talking about.
Yes, in the name they can be international observer, but we know many of them what is their political affiliation.
With regard to the permission to foreign observers, you see, yesterday there was a joint statement by ANFREL and a few other organizations. If you read the contents, you will see that these reflect word by word the objections and the complaints that BNP has raised. How could you allow these people? And if you have read the statements of ANFREL, ANFREL's local chapter is Odhikar. And if you go back to the reports that were published by Odhikar in October and November last year, you see the language itself reveals their true character. The reports are so biased, full of lies, distortions, and also derogatory. That's what I have been telling the other observers also, that well, we have a law which is the RPO. The RPO is the law which determines how and who should conduct the election and what should be the behavior, the pattern, and that also contains parts that is 91C. 91C of the RPO clause, it says that no one who has any connection with any political party or with any ideology, or who has been in the employment of any party in the past can become an observer, whether national or international. This is equally applicable to all. Now, when ANFREL applied for the observation rights here, we could immediately see and got back to the reports, and the reports themselves revealed that they were advocating the case of another party. And the founder of Odhikar, which is the local chapter of ANFREL, is Mr. Adilur Rahman Khan, who was before under BNP the Deputy Attorney General. So he forfeited his right to be an observer, and he sits on the board of ANFREL, and one of the most important and potentially dangerous, I would say, member on the board of ANFREL. These are the facts. So if you are advocating the case of ANFREL, I'm sorry, that is the advocacy is misplaced. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the answers. Appreciate it.
There's a paper. Why they are not allowed, you can go to it.
I'm sorry, madam.
I can share this with you.
Okay.
You can go
There
through
was a
it,
press
then you
note
will know.
also issued by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I
Any
can
partisan
share
people
that or not,
cannot
so
come. It is according to our election rules.
Ma'am, I have Ma'am, we have multiple questions, but let me give you the questions. You decide which you want to answer. First is, should you be worried with a non-existent opposition virtually in place? Should you be worried about what they will do next? Surely they are not going to sit in their offices and, you know, sort of just wriggle their thumbs. Are you worried that there could be a rise in violence because
I feel that when people are with you and people are conscious and the law enforcement agencies, they can take every measure to, you know, face this violence if they at all try to do it. They tried, it is not that they didn't, but they couldn't do anything because the people will not accept it. I have all, you know, faith on people. Thank you.
Ma'am, if I may also ask, ma'am, why was there so much internet shutdown? You know, we are so technology dependent. We really suffered as the media reporting on the elections in Bangladesh. Why such frequent internet slowdowns, if not shutdowns? Is it not?
I think too much use of internet, or when you use it more and more, then automatically it gets slowed down.
Can I just ask a quick question? Excuse me.
Thank you very, very much.
Hi, can I
Ladies and
please
gentlemen.
quickly ask a question here with Reuters? Hi.
Ladies
I
and
understand, but
gentlemen.
we've been waiting for quite some time. Ma'am, I'd just like you to address comments made by the Election Commission. You said that you've personally done a lot to strengthen the Election Commission in your, and Mr. Imam also separately spoke to me about that. And the Election Commission spokesman yesterday told us that they had heard allegations of vote rigging from across the country that they were investigating. And yet today they've declared the voting results. Can we trust the government, the Election Commission, to investigate those allegations? And what is your response to that statement made by them?
Of course, Election Commission has every right. If they feel that they need to investigation, yes, they can do it, and they do it. They did it in the past also. There are some allegations during our mayoral election in Borishal. I need to 1 month to declare the result. So they have all the liberty to do it. They are totally independent. And if they want any cooperation, definitely our government and law enforcement agencies, they do need what they need. They always respond to that, and they always help Election Commission. Election Commission is totally free, I mean independent, no doubt about it.
Thank you very much. The Honorable President has...
Rehabilitation issue still remains a challenge. What is your assurance to the international community and expectations from the neighbors, Myanmar and
Well, you see, this Rohingya people, well, we are discussing with Myanmar. We signed an agreement with them, and they agreed to take them back. And what I expect from international community, they should take some pragmatic steps so that these Rohingya people can go back to their own country. That is very, very important for them. How long these people can stay as a refugee? It is not, for humanitarian ground, they should go back. It is not good for any people to stay back in a country as a refugee. So international community should play their role so that they can go back safely and ensure their security and everything. So what I always expect that the international community will take their course so that these people stay back in their own home. This is very, very important. And as a neighbor country, well, we already started dialogue, we talked to them, and we signed an agreement, and Myanmar agreed to take them back, but still it hadn't materialized. But I think that as soon as it is materialized, it's good for these people, because there are many children, women, young generation. So, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm waiting for some head of the state,
Ladies
head of
and
the
gentlemen.
government, and president. They are, they intend to calling me. I
Ladies
have
and
to
gentlemen.
respond. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Tea will be served here. Shall we have tea together here?